The world of electric vehicles is moving at lightning speed. Every month, it feels like there's a new name, a new technology, a new design, and yet, every once in a while, a car comes along that makes everyone stop, look, and say, okay, now that's the future. Today, we're talking about one of those cars, the 2025 Kia EV4 electric hatch. This isn't just another EV. It's a sign of where everyday electric cars are heading: compact, stylish, practical, and actually exciting to own and drive. For years, hatchbacks have been the workhorses of city life: efficient, easy to park, and surprisingly spacious. But Kia has taken that formula and infused it with cutting-edge electric technology, futuristic design, and enough personality to make you smile every time you see it. If you've been on the fence about going electric, by the end of this video, you might just find yourself checking Kia's website. So grab your coffee, settle in, and let's explore every single detail of this all-new EV4. And trust me, you don't want to miss a thing. Let's start where all first impressions begin: the exterior. The 2025 Kia EV4 is a car that looks like it's been pulled straight from a futuristic concept drawing. Instead of following the old rulebook for hatchbacks, Kia's designers went bold. At the front, the closed-off grille instantly reminds you that this is a fully electric car, no need for massive air intakes like a gasoline engine. But this isn't just about efficiency, it's about style. Stretching across the width of the car is a razor-sharp LED light strip. It's not just lighting, it's a visual signature. Whether it's day or night, you'll instantly know when an EV4 is coming down the road. The headlamps themselves are slim and angular, almost like the eyes of a high-tech robotic guardian. And sitting proudly in the center is the modern Kia badge, finished in glossy black and silver. The front bumper has subtle sculpting that adds a sense of movement even when the car is parked. It's the kind of detail that shows Kia is thinking about aerodynamics, and yes, this design actually helps the EV4 slice through the air more efficiently, improving range. From the side, the EV4 continues its futuristic vibe. The flush door handles pop out only when you need them, which not only looks sleek but reduces drag. A crisp shoulder line runs the length of the car, guiding your eyes from those sharp headlights all the way to the taillights at the back. The wheels deserve their own moment of appreciation: 19-inch alloys with a pattern that looks like it belongs in an art gallery. The blacked-out pillars create a floating roof effect, making the EV4 look lighter and more dynamic. The side mirrors are sculpted for both style and wind efficiency, and the lower skirts add just enough sportiness to let you know this isn't just a commuter car, it's something you'll be proud to be seen in. Move to the back, and the EV4 keeps the visual drama going. The rear light bar mirrors the one at the front, tying the whole design together. The roofline slopes gently toward a subtle spoiler, which helps with both stability and aerodynamics. The rear bumper features a diffuser-style design, something you'd expect on a sports car, and it's not just for looks. Everything here is functional. Step inside the EV4, and you're instantly reminded that this is not just about getting from A to B. Kia has created an interior that feels modern, airy, and surprisingly premium for its segment. The first thing you'll notice is the massive, seamless digital display that blends the driver's instrument cluster with the infotainment screen. The graphics are sharp, animations are fluid, and the interface is intuitive. Gone are the chunky buttons and cluttered dashboard layouts of the past. Here, most controls are touch-sensitive, giving the cabin a clean, uncluttered feel. The materials are soft touch, with sustainable fabrics and subtle ambient lighting that changes with your mood or driving mode. The panoramic sunroof floods the cabin with natural light, making the already spacious interior feel even bigger. And speaking of space, even though this is a compact hatchback, rear passengers get impressive legroom and headroom. The flat floor, thanks to the EV platform, makes the back seats more comfortable for 3 passengers. Now, let's talk about what really matters in an electric vehicle: performance and range. The EV4 is powered by an electric motor producing around 200 horsepower. That might not sound like supercar territory, but for a car this size, it's plenty. Instant torque means that from a stop, the EV4 launches forward with no hesitation, perfect for merging onto highways or zipping through city streets. The battery offers a range of about 250 miles on a single charge, which puts it right in the sweet spot for daily driving and even weekend getaways. And if you do need to charge on the go, fast charging capability means you can go from 10% to 80% in under 30 minutes. Kia has loaded the EV4 with advanced safety features. You get lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, and automated emergency braking. Parking is easier too, thanks to a full 360-degree camera system. On the tech side, the infotainment system supports wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, plus over-the-air software updates, meaning your car can actually get better over time. Out on the road, the EV4 feels planted and confident. The suspension is tuned for comfort but still keeps body roll in check. In eco mode, it sips energy for maximum range. Switch to sport mode, and the throttle becomes sharper, the steering tighter, making it surprisingly fun to drive. Regenerative braking lets you slow down by simply lifting your foot off the accelerator, feeding energy back into the battery. It's smooth enough that, in city driving, you might hardly touch the brake pedal. In a market filled with small EVs, think Nissan Leaf, Chevy Bolt, or even the VW ID.3, the EV4 stands out with its combination of design, tech, and interior space. Where some rivals feel basic, the EV4 feels special. Owning an EV4 means fewer trips to the gas station, actually, none. Lower maintenance costs, because electric cars have fewer moving parts. And in many places, EV incentives can save you thousands right off the purchase price. The EV4 is just one part of Kia's ambitious plan for an all-electric lineup. With models like the EV6 and EV9 already making waves, the EV4 slots in perfectly as an affordable, stylish, everyday option. So, is the 2025 Kia EV4 the perfect electric hatchback? For many, the answer will be yes. It's a blend of style, practicality, tech, and performance, wrapped in a package that makes sense for today's world. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want more detailed looks at upcoming EVs, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. The future of driving is electric, and we're just getting started.
Welcome back to my channel, NeuroDrive, your ultimate source for the most exciting and game-changing machines redefining the automotive world. Today, we're diving into something truly special, a concept car that's blurring the line between luxury SUV and hardcore off-roader. This is the Lucid Gravity X concept, and it might just be the boldest electric SUV we've seen yet. Lucid Motors has always positioned itself as a disruptor. From the day they unveiled the Lucid Air sedan, the brand proved that they could go head-to-head with Tesla and established luxury marks. But the Gravity X? This is something different. This is Lucid stepping outside the clean streets of Beverly Hills and into the rugged wilderness, without losing that signature Lucid elegance. The name says it all. Gravity X represents a more extreme, adventure-focused vision of their upcoming Gravity SUV. And from what we've seen so far, it's more than just an appearance package. It's a glimpse at a new frontier for luxury EVs. Let's start with the design. At first glance, the Gravity X looks like a luxury SUV that's been injected with a dose of adrenaline. The stance is taller than the standard Gravity, with an increased ride height thanks to its re-engineered suspension. The wheel arches are flared and lined with protective cladding, while the front end gets a revised bumper with integrated skid plates. The front fascia still carries Lucid's slim, futuristic light bar that stretches across the width of the vehicle, but now it's framed by beefier surfaces that hint at durability and capability. The side profile is muscular yet streamlined, a balance that's hard to pull off, but Lucid makes it look effortless. The blacked-out roof contrasts with the bold body colors, and the A-pillars are designed to maximize visibility. Massive off-road tires wrap around bespoke alloy wheels that combine style with strength. At the back, there's another skid plate, a sculpted tailgate with the signature LED light blade and tow hooks, real, functional hardware that proves this isn't just a city cruiser in disguise. Now let's talk performance. Underneath the rugged skin, the Gravity X concept is said to share its core electric drivetrain with the production-bound Lucid Gravity. That means we could be looking at dual or even tri-motor configurations, with power figures exceeding 800 horsepower. Lucid is known for its astonishing efficiency, so even with off-road tires and a more upright stance, range could remain impressive, potentially over 300 miles depending on configuration. Torque vectoring will play a massive role here, allowing precise control over power delivery to each wheel, which is crucial for challenging terrain. The suspension is expected to feature adaptive air springs with an extended travel range. In off-road mode, the Gravity X could raise itself for maximum ground clearance, while on the highway it would hunker down for aerodynamic efficiency. This duality makes it perfect for people who want one vehicle to do it all. Commute in comfort during the week, then tackle trails on the weekend. Step inside, and you're reminded that no matter how rugged the Gravity X gets, Lucid hasn't forgotten its roots in luxury. The cabin is a blend of sustainable materials, cutting-edge technology, and open, airy design. The panoramic glass roof floods the interior with light, creating a sense of connection with the environment. Whether you're in the middle of the city or parked under a canopy of trees, the dashboard is dominated by Lucid's glass cockpit display, an ultra-high-resolution panel that stretches across the driver's view, supplemented by a floating center touchscreen for climate, media, and off-road settings. And here's where things get interesting. Lucid has hinted at an adventure mode UI that would display real-time terrain data, GPS waypoints, and even drone integration for scouting routes ahead. Imagine launching a drone from your SUV, viewing the feed directly on your dash, and plotting the best way to cross a river or find a campsite. That's the kind of tech-forward thinking Lucid is known for. Passenger comfort is top tier. The Gravity X offers flexible seating for up to 7 people, with fold-flat second and third rows to create a massive cargo space for gear, bikes, or even camping setups. Premium fabrics and recycled leathers are paired with wood accents, creating an upscale but approachable vibe. The seats are sculpted for long-distance comfort, and Lucid's advanced climate system can individually adjust zones for each passenger, perfect for those mixed-weather adventures. One of the standout features could be Lucid's energy management system. Unlike most EVs, the Gravity X might integrate vehicle-to-load capability, meaning you could power equipment, lights, or even a campsite directly from your SUV. For explorers, photographers, or overland adventurers, that's a game-changer. Safety and driver assistance tech will be equally advanced. Expect the latest version of Lucid's Dream Drive Pro, which combines adaptive cruise, lane centering, blind spot monitoring, and automated lane changes with high-definition 3D mapping for navigation. In off-road scenarios, the system could provide visual overlays on the display, highlighting obstacles, ideal tire placement, and gradient angles. But beyond the features, the Gravity X represents a cultural shift for Lucid. Luxury EVs have often been associated with urban on-road lifestyles. Think chauffeured rides, minimalist lounges on wheels. The Gravity X challenges that stereotype. It says, yes, you can have world-class comfort, bleeding-edge tech, and the ability to climb a mountain in the same package. This is Lucid recognizing that the future of premium vehicles isn't confined to the pavement. It's also a strategic move. Brands like Rivian, Jeep, and even Mercedes with its EQG are eyeing the off-road EV segment. By bringing the Gravity X into the conversation, Lucid is showing that it's ready to compete not just in the luxury sedan and SUV space, but in adventure-oriented markets too. And with Lucid's proven track record for innovation, they might just have the edge to pull it off. Of course, the Gravity X is still a concept, and production details could change. But if even half of what we see here makes it to the road, Lucid will have a compelling alternative for those who want to go electric. Without giving up exploration, it's bold, it's beautiful, and it's a signal that the electric revolution isn't just about efficiency, It's about freedom. So what do you think? Is the Lucid Gravity X the future of luxury adventure SUVs, or is it just a flashy concept that'll get toned down before production? Either way, one thing is certain. The competition just got a lot more interesting, and Lucid is right in the middle of it. And that's all for today's deep dive into the Lucid Gravity X concept. If you enjoyed this look into the next wave of adventure-ready EVs, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay tuned. Because here on NeuroDrive, the future is always just around the corner. Welcome back to NeuroDrive, the home of the most insane, shocking, and unbelievable supercar stories. And today, we're diving deep into the monster that has just set the automotive world on fire. Brand new 2025 Lamborghini Fenomeno, the most powerful V12 Lamborghini has ever created. This is more than just a car. This is a statement to the entire world that the raging bull refuses to bow down to the EV wave, at least not yet. For decades, Lamborghini's identity has been tied to its naturally aspirated V12 engines. From the legendary Miura to the Countach, the Diablo, the Murcielago, and of course, the Aventador. Each of these cars carried the raw, thunderous heart of a V12 that sent chills down your spine. But as the world shifted towards hybrids and EVs, many thought the V12 era was over. And yet, Lamborghini said, "Not so fast. Enter the Fenomeno." Unveiled at the prestigious Monterey Car Week, the Fenomeno stunned the crowd with a design so aggressive, so futuristic, yet undeniably Lamborghini. Sharp lines cut across the body, massive air intakes scream performance, and the stance alone tells you this isn't just a showpiece, it's a weapon. And let's not forget, it's here to celebrate 20 years of Lamborghini Centro Style, their legendary design studio. What better way to celebrate 2 decades of radical design than to unleash their most powerful V12 creation ever? Now let's talk about what really matters: the engine. Lamborghini hasn't revealed every single number yet, but they've made it very clear. This is the most powerful V12 in their history. Imagine that for a second. More powerful than the Aventador SVJ, more powerful than the brand new Revuelto Hybrid V12. We are talking about a beast that could easily push well beyond 1,000 horsepower when paired with hybrid tech. Even in a world filled with hyper-EVs like the Rimac Nevera and Pininfarina Battista, Lamborghini still believes the raw sound and fury of a V12 can't be replaced. And honestly, they're right. Nothing, and I mean nothing, sounds like a Lamborghini V12 at full scream. But the Fenomeno isn't just about brute force. The design is a clear evolution of Lamborghini DNA. Every crease, every vent, every aerodynamic wing has a purpose. The car looks like it's moving at 200 km/h, even when it's parked. The wide rear stance, the signature Y-shaped lighting, and those razor-sharp edges make it a rolling piece of Italian art. This is the kind of car you don't just drive. You wear it, like a suit of armor. And of course, exclusivity is the name of the game here. Lamborghini has confirmed that the Fenomeno will be a limited production model. That means only a handful of collectors and ultra-wealthy enthusiasts will ever get their hands on one. Translation? If you're lucky enough to get an allocation, you're not just buying a car, you're buying history. And with limited numbers, expect values to skyrocket the second it's revealed. This is the type of car that makes headlines at auctions decades later. What's even more fascinating is Lamborghini's strategy with the V12. CEO Stefan Winkelmann made it clear, the V12 is not dead. Even as the world transitions to hybrids and EVs, Lamborghini will continue to build special limited V12 cars like the Fenomeno because it's their brand's soul. Think about it. While Ferrari is going hybrid, McLaren is pushing electrification. And Tesla dominates the EV hype, Lamborghini is doubling down on emotional driving. That thunderous soundtrack, the vibration of 12 cylinders firing in harmony, and the raw mechanical thrill, this is Lamborghini telling the world, we will not go quietly. And fans across the globe are loving it. The Fenomeno reveal, sent shockwaves across social media. Automotive forums are exploding with discussions, YouTube clips of the reveal are going viral, and car enthusiasts are calling it the last pure Lamborghini before electrification completely takes over. Whether that's true or not, one thing's for sure, the Fenomeno has already secured its place as one of the most important Lamborghinis of all time. So what do we make of all this? The Lamborghini Fenomeno is more than just a car. It's a statement, a rebellion, a fire-breathing celebration of Lamborghini's history, design, and engineering. It's a reminder that even in 2025, when the car world is obsessed with quiet EVs and efficiency, there's still room for passion, drama, and pure madness. And that's exactly why the Fenomeno is trending worldwide. Now the question is, what do you think? Should Lamborghini continue making V12 monsters like this, or should they give in to the EV future? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and let's debate this together. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to NeuroDrive, and stay tuned, because we've got even more insane supercar coverage coming your way. This was the 2025 Lamborghini Fenomeno, the most powerful V12 ever. And trust me, this is just the beginning of Lamborghini's next revolution. Welcome back to NeuroDrive, the home of the most insane, shocking, and unbelievable supercar stories. And today, we're diving deep into the monster that has just set the automotive world on fire. The automotive world has always thrived on legends. Names like Ferrari, McLaren, and Porsche dominate the history books. But there is one man whose fingerprints are etched deeper than most, Professor Gordon Murray, the mastermind behind Formula D. Won victories, the father of the McLaren F1, and the creator of some of the purest road cars ever made. And now, in 2025, he has once again captured the world's attention with the reveal of something extraordinary, the Gordon Murray Le Mans GTR. Unveiled at Monterey Car Week on August 15th, this machine isn't just another supercar. It's a spiritual successor to the golden era of endurance racing, a car that channels the drama and aerodynamic beauty of the 1990s long-tail Le Mans racers, but with Gordon Murray's uncompromising vision for purity, performance, and artistry. With only 24 units ever to be built, and all of them already sold, the Le Mans GTR isn't just rare. It's a living piece of automotive history. At its heart lies a masterpiece of engineering, a naturally aspirated 4.0-liter V12 engine crafted by Cosworth. This isn't about hybrid systems or turbochargers, it's about mechanical purity, revs, and a sound that sings to 12,000 RPM. Producing around 641 horsepower, this V12 is mated to a 6-speed manual gearbox. Yes, manual. In an era dominated by dual-clutch automatics and EV hypercars, Gordon Murray refuses to let the analog driving experience die. This car is for the purists, the drivers who want to feel every shift, every vibration, every ounce of feedback from the road. But the Le Mans GTR isn't just a power plant wrapped in carbon fiber. It's a masterclass in aerodynamics. Inspired by the long-tail McLaren F1 GTR that dominated endurance racing, this car extends its silhouette with flowing bodywork designed for stability at speed. Every surface, every vent, every channel is sculpted to manage airflow with surgical precision. The design incorporates boundary layer control, an advanced system Gordon Murray pioneered decades ago, ensuring that downforce is maximized without unnecessary drag. At high speeds, the car slices through the air with efficiency, yet presses itself into the tarmac with relentless grip. Step inside the Le Mans GTR, and the focus on the driver becomes immediately clear. The seating position, inspired by Murray's iconic McLaren F1, centers the driver in a cockpit that feels more like a fighter jet than a road car. The lightweight materials, exposed carbon fiber, and tactile controls all remind you that this isn't a car designed for luxury, it's a car designed for connection. Everything is pared down to the essentials, everything serving a purpose, every gram saved in the pursuit of performance. Even the production philosophy is unique. Gordon Murray Automotive has always championed lightweight engineering. The lie. Man's GTR continues this ethos, tipping the scales at just over 1,000 kilograms, astonishing for a V12-powered machine. In today's world, where EV hypercars are crossing the 2,000-kilogram mark, Murray's creation is half the weight, doubling, down on agility, feel, and driver engagement. It's not about being the fastest on paper. It's about being the most rewarding behind the wheel. Exclusivity is at the very core of the Le Mans GTR. With just 24 cars to be made, each one has already been spoken for by some of the world's most dedicated collectors and enthusiasts. The price tag? Astronomical, of course, running well into the multi-million-dollar range. But for those fortunate enough to secure one, the investment isn't just financial, it's emotional. Owning a Gordon Murray car is like owning a piece of motorsport's soul. Deliveries are expected to begin in 2026, and when they do, the world will finally witness the Le Mans GTR not just as a showpiece under the spotlights of Monterey, but as a living, breathing machine carving through roads and circuits. And make no mistake, this is no garage queen. Gordon Murray builds cars to be driven, to be experienced, to challenge their owners to rise to the occasion. But perhaps the most compelling part of the Le Mans GTR is what it represents. In an automotive era rushing headlong into electrification, autonomy, and digitalization, here comes a car that rejects all of that. No hybrid trickery, no artificial soundtracks, no touchscreen-laden interior. Just a screaming V12, a manual gearbox, and an obsessive dedication to lightweight performance. It's a love letter to driving, a reminder of what made us fall in love with cars in the first place. As you stand before it, the car exudes presence, the elongated bodywork, the flared arches, the aggressive stance. It looks fast even when it's standing still. The details tell a story of passion and precision. The delicate weave of carbon fiber, the perfectly engineered suspension components, the race-inspired diffuser. It's not designed for everyone to understand. It's designed for the few who can truly appreciate what it means. And then there's the sound. That piercing, naturally aspirated wail as the torque needle climbs towards 12,000 RPM. It's not just noise, it's music. A symphony of combustion and mechanics, something that no electric motor can ever replicate. It connects us to decades of motorsport heritage, to the visceral thrill of racing at Le Mans, to the pursuit of perfection that has defined Gordon Murray's career. For those who were lucky enough to see it unveiled in Monterey, the Le Mans GTR wasn't just another car reveal, it was a moment in history, a passing of the torch from the analog era to whatever the future may hold. A declaration that even as the automotive landscape changes, there will always be room for passion, for purity, and for cars that stir the soul. The Gordon Murray Le Mans GTR is not about chasing records. It won't claim the fastest acceleration, times against the likes of Rimac or Lotus. It won't dominate Nürburgring leaderboards. That's not the point. Its purpose is to create the ultimate driving experience. To remind us that numbers on a spec sheet aren't what make a car great, it's the way it makes you feel, and that feeling of slotting into the center seat, gripping the 6-speed shifter, hearing the V12 roar to life, and knowing that you're behind the wheel of one of just 24 cars in existence, that feeling is priceless. It's the kind of experience that will define an era, the kind of memory that will be passed down like folklore among enthusiasts. In a way, the Le Mans GTR is Gordon Murray's farewell letter, a culmination of everything he's learned across decades of racing, design, and innovation. It's a bridge between the past and the present, honoring the heritage of endurance racing while proving that passion-driven engineering still has a place in the modern world. So, as the automotive industry races toward an uncertain future, the Gordon Murray Le Mans GTR stands defiantly as a beacon of what we must not lose. The joy of driving, the art of engineering, the beauty of simplicity. It's more than just a car. It's a statement. A statement that driving, at its core, is about connection. between man, machine, and road. This is not just a machine, it's an icon in the making. And though only 24 people will ever own one, the story of the Gordon Murray Le Mans GTR will inspire countless enthusiasts for generations to come. Because sometimes, in a world obsessed with the future, the most powerful statement you can make is to remind people of the past. And the Le Mans GTR does exactly that.